Imagine standing in a place where millions of dollars simply vanish into twisted metal and shattered glass. Welcome to the graveyard of supercars. This is not just a scrapyard. It is the final resting place for the world's most luxurious engineering marvels. Look closely at this pile. That crumpled red metal? It was once a Ferrari 488, capable of reaching speeds of 200 miles per hour. Beside it, the crushed remains of a Rolls-Royce Phantom, a symbol of ultimate wealth, now reduced to a tragic heap of scrap. Every scratch here tells a violent story of speed, accidents, and sudden endings. But in this state-of-the-art facility, death is not the end. It is merely the first step of a miraculous transformation. Before these fallen giants can be reborn, they must be stripped. This process is surgical. We observe the depollution station, a critical zone where hazardous materials are drained. Robotic arms, guided by laser precision, drill into the undercarriages to extract oil, fuel, and brake fluids. These liquids are not discarded. They are filtered and refined for reuse. Next, the high-voltage batteries from electric vehicles like Tesla's are carefully removed. These lithium-ion cores are dangerous and valuable, requiring specialized handlers to extract them without causing an explosion. Then comes the dismantling of the good parts. A team of skilled mechanics descends upon the wrecks like vultures, but with the precision of surgeons. They salvage pristine leather seats, untouched carbon fiber dashboards, and expensive infotainment systems. These parts will keep other cars on the road. The engine, the heart of the beast, is ripped out by a heavy-duty chain hoist. The V12 engine that once roared on the Autobahn swings helplessly in the air, dripping oil, before being sent to a separate shredder. What remains is the hulk, the skeleton of the car. It looks lifeless, a hollow shell of steel and aluminum. A massive crane with a magnetic claw grabs these shells, stacking them high into the sky. They wait in silence, covered in dust for their turn to enter the belly of the beast. The atmosphere here is heavy, a mix of tragedy and industrial efficiency. But the real violence is about to begin. Silence has no place here. The air is filled with a deafening roar that shakes the ground beneath your feet. Enter the hammer mill shredder, a machine so powerful it can consume a car in less than 15 seconds. This is the beast that eats steel for breakfast. Powered by a 4,000 horsepower electric motor, the shredder features massive rotating hammers, each weighing hundreds of pounds, spinning at incredible speeds. The crane operator lifts a flattened Lamborghini and drops it onto the conveyor belt. The car moves slowly towards the dark, gaping mouth of the machine. The moment of impact is terrifying and satisfying. As the car hits the hammers, it explodes. Glass shatters into dust. Steel is ripped apart like paper, and aluminum is torn into confetti. The sound is a symphony of destruction, screeching metal and thundering impacts. Inside the chamber, the car ceases to exist. It is pulverized into fist-sized chunks of mixed debris. What comes out the other side is a chaotic stream of shredded material, shrapnel of what used to be a luxury vehicle. But the job isn't done. This debris is a mix of ferrous metal, non-ferrous metal, plastic, rubber, and glass. To make new cars, we need pure metal. Now the magic of physics takes over. The debris travels along high-speed conveyor belts to the magnetic drum separator. It is a simple yet brilliant concept. The powerful magnets snatch the steel fragments from the belt, tossing them upwards into a separate pile, while the plastic, glass, and aluminum fall away. The remaining mix goes through an eddy current separator. This machine creates a powerful magnetic field that literally repels non-ferrous metals like aluminum and copper, shooting them across the room into their own bins. It looks like magic, metal jumping through the air as if it has a life of its own. Finally, we are left with mountains of raw material. A mountain of shiny aluminum, a hill of dark heavy steel, and a pile of valuable copper. These fragmented piles no longer look like cars, they look like possibilities. They are compressed into dense, heavy cubes, ready for the next stage of their journey, the trial by fire. We have torn the old world apart. Now we must melt it down. The compressed cubes of scrap metal are transported to the steel mill, home to the electric arc furnace. This is the closest thing to hell on Earth. The furnace is a massive cauldron lined with heat-resistant bricks capable of holding hundreds of tons of metal. The scrap is dropped in with a thunderous crash. Then the lid closes. 3 massive graphite electrodes, thick as tree trunks, are lowered into the chamber. The operator pushes a button and lightning strikes. A massive electrical current arcs between the electrodes and the metal, generating temperatures exceeding 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit, hotter than the lava from a volcano. The sound is a continuous explosion of energy. Inside, the solid steel cubes turn into a glowing orange liquid soup, but this liquid is not yet pure. Impurities rise to the surface, forming a layer of slag. A robotic arm skims this toxic layer off the top, leaving behind only the purest molten steel. The furnace tilts. A waterfall of liquid fire pours out, cascading into a massive ladle. Sparks shower down like golden rain, creating a scene of dangerous beauty. This liquid metal is then transported to the caster, where it is poured into molds to form glowing red slabs. As these slabs cool, they are sprayed with high-pressure water, sending clouds of steam rising into the factory rafters. The metal turns from blinding white to angry red, and finally to a dull gray. But it is not done yet. The steel slabs are fed into giant rollers, which squeeze and stretch them like dough, thinning them out into sheets that are miles long. These sheets are wound into massive coils, each weighing 20 tons. These silver coils sit in the warehouse, shining under the lights. They are cold, smooth, and perfect. It is hard to believe that just days ago, this pristine metal was a wrecked car in a scrapyard. The transformation is complete. The material is ready to be reborn. The journey concludes where it all began, the car factory. The massive coils of recycled steel arrive at the stamping plant. They are unrolled and fed into a press line, a machine the size of a building. With the force of a falling meteorite, the press stamps down on the flat steel sheet. Bang! In a fraction of a second, the flat metal is transformed into the complex curve of a car door, a hood, or a roof panel. The precision is microscopic. This is the rebirth. We move to the body shop, a domain ruled by robots. Hundreds of robotic arms, moving in a synchronized dance, weld the stamped parts together. Sparks fly in rhythmic bursts as the skeleton of a new car takes shape. It is a frame of pure potential. The body is then dipped into an anti-corrosion bath, ensuring that this recycled steel will last for decades. Next comes the paint shop, where robots spray layers of vibrant red, deep blue, or metallic black paint, sealing the metal in a glossy coat of armor. Finally, the assembly line. Human hands join forces with machines to install the engine, the electronics, the glass, and the interior. The engine roars to life for the first time, a new heart beating in a recycled body. As the badge is pressed onto the hood, be it a Mercedes, a BMW, or a Ford, the cycle is complete. The car is driven off the line, gleaming under the inspection lights. It is flawless. It travels to a dealership where a customer runs their hand over the smooth fender, admiring the shine. They smile, imagining the future adventures they will have. They have no idea of the violent past of the metal beneath their fingertips. They don't know that their brand new car carries the DNA of 1,000 wrecked ancestors. This is the ultimate circle of life in the industrial world. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is truly lost. From the graveyard of supercars to the showroom floor, we have witnessed the resurrection of the machine. The wreck is gone, but the steel drives on, carrying new dreams down the open road.